I think fluoride is a poison.
RFK Jr. has long campaigned against fluoridated water.
RFK is saying he will advise cities to remove fluoride in drinking water.
It causes lost IQ, neurodevelopmental injuries. I think fluoride is on the way out.
All right, we need to talk about fluoride because those claims are scary and you might be wondering how safe is fluoride. So let's go through it. Why is it in some Canadians' water and what is the risk level?
The benefits of fluoridation will last throughout life.
Fluoridation is the most monstrously conceived and dangerous communist plot we have ever had to face.
Let's start with some basic facts. Fluoride is a natural mineral released from rocks like this one, which was found in Ontario, into the soil, the air, and yes, the water. It's proven to prevent tooth decay, which is why local governments and public health officials in parts of the world, including parts of Canada, add it to the drinking water supply in forms like this.
It's a very small amount of fluoride. The concentration is approximately 0.5 milligram per liter.
Fluoridation is the process of artificially adding fluoride in compound forms like fluorosilicic acid or additives like sodium fluoride to the drinking water supply.
It is said to be able to reduce tooth decay by 60%.
It's now been happening around North America for some 75 years.
Is it true or false that sodium fluoride is a basic ingredient in rat poison?
But critics have warned of its risk for decades.
Yes, Dad?
Some claims are fiction.
Have you ever seen a commie drink a glass of water?
Like the debunked conspiracy theory that it's all part of a communist plot in the 1950s. Others are often about high levels of fluoride, and that really is the crucial factor when we talk about risk. How much fluoride are we talking about? Because, as that old saying goes, the dose makes the poison. Here is the Health Canada approved level of how much fluoride is recommended in water. 0.7 milligrams per liter if your local government fluoridates the water supply. For comparison, here's how much can cause skeletal fluorosis, 10 to 14 milligrams of fluoride per liter. That causes bone pain and deformities, and it happens when you consume lots of fluoride every day over several years. Globally, the World Health Organization set a safe standard at 1.5 milligrams per liter back in 1984, and they haven't changed it since. Anything above that, the WHO says, can cause dental fluorosis. That's when kids, for example, swallow toothpaste and get white spots on the surface of their teeth. Now, a recent report from the U.S. National Toxicology Program linked that amount or higher to lower IQ in children. But it was controversial in scientific circles, with some questioning how the peer review was conducted. And the report itself makes a point of saying it does not address the impact of fluoride on IQ at levels we get through fluoridation. Health Canada convened an expert panel looking into this. Its report acknowledges a growing body of evidence suggesting associations between reduced IQ scores with fluoride levels that may be found in Canadian drinking water. But, said, questions remain on whether this is a causal relationship. That is to say, there could be other factors at play. This Canadian neuropsychologist studies impacts of fluoride at the levels we're exposed to. In a 2019 study, she examined 3 to 4-year-olds whose moms consumed fluoridated water while pregnant.
We don't have as many studies in that area. We need more studies to replicate.
She thinks it's enough to call for a risk-benefit analysis of fluoride now.
I think people are really trying to understand whether low exposure levels are causally linked to lower IQ in children. And we have to think about, there's potential for harm now. Are we 100% confident? No. But we know that there are many sources of fluoride, and water, in drinking water, is the main source of fluoride.
Some say they want to see more evidence before taking fluoride out of the water, especially because of the proven benefits.
We've been doing fluoridation now for 70 years across Canada, in some cities and not in others. It's truly amazing that school teachers haven't noticed that there's any difference. To say that fluoride causes terrible brain troubles in children, that's an extraordinary claim. And we need really very strong evidence before we can overturn the experience that it doesn't cause trouble over such a long time.
Because there are piles of evidence of the benefits, decades of research proving the benefit of fluoridation for kids' teeth. Things have changed with time, of course. We're more exposed to fluoride now.
Colgate is more than a...
In the mid-70s, fluoride was widely added to toothpaste. And there's a good chance you'll be exposed to fluoride at your dentist's. That's why the benefits of water fluoridation appear to be smaller now, according to the most recent major review. Public health bodies around the world, like the WHO and Health Canada, still support adding fluoride to the drinking water supply. Canadian dentists also say they still see a benefit.
Many Canadians are currently experiencing very little dental decay, and that's very different from the 1960s, 1970s, and we have to acknowledge that. But there are still Canadians who are benefiting from this every day.
Less than half of Canadians get fluoride added to their drinking water, and some local governments have decided to remove it.
I still believe that this is mass medication without consent.
When Calgary took fluoride out of their water in 2011, researchers saw that cavities went up in kids. They're now planning to put it back.
The harms of not having fluoridation include that tooth decay will get worse. And tooth decay is not a minor health problem that we can just dismiss. It's very, very common. It is inequitably distributed. It causes pain. It can cause infection.
The people who stand to lose the most are the people who have a hard time accessing dental care. And public health experts say it's important to make sure those people are still looked after if this layer of cavity prevention is removed.
We have to be prepared to link those people with the care they need and not to have them face the same access to care barriers.